Daughter expressed she may be bi. Husband reacted so horrible. Not sure if this is the right place to post. Please let me know and I will remove it. I, 33F, have been married for the last 3 years to my husband, 32M. I'm going to call him Zach, but together for 10. My daughter, 13F. I'll call her Brooke. A few days ago Brooke came in from school as normal. Everyone is talking about their day and so on. Brooke is very random. I believe she just says whatever comes to her head at the moment. She definitely gets it from me. But on this day she was asking about crushes. First boy, girlfriend. Zach was completely against the conversation to begin with. He's the no boyfriend until you are 30 type of guy. I on the other hand allow my kids to be open about anything rather good or bad. I rather them come to me than some silly person who would lead them wrong. Brooke is in the 8th grade, so it's natural these feelings for boys or girls are going to come. Brooke mentioned she may possibly like a girl in her class. Which doesn't surprise me. My daughter is a butterfly child. Gets along with everyone. Very sweet and smart. She all around has an awesome personality. But Zach completely blew up yelling and screaming she's too young. Calling us all types of names. I ended up leaving. I'm crying. My daughter is crying, apologizing when she has nothing to be sorry for. I couldn't afford a room, so we slept in the car and have been in the car since. He won't allow me to get my boys, so it's just been me and Brooke. I'm just not understanding because it's okay for me to be bisexual. But it's a crime for my daughter. I'm just really not understanding and sorry, not sorry. My kids will always come first. I will not allow any of my kids to feel less than for anybody because of their sexual preference. He won't allow you to get your boys? Stop there. If this is how he sees being a man, get them away too. I'm just not understanding because it's okay for me to be bisexual. But it's a crime for my daughter. Because to him it's a sexual turn on. He's okay with you being bi because he's sleeping with you. He's not okay with her being bi because he views bisexuality as a kink. He's 32. If he doesn't realize how 13-year-olds work, having been a 13-year-old himself once, he's hopeless. A boyfriend or girlfriend at 13 is more like a close friendship than an adult relationship. The kids just want to meet other people. And typically, those relationships last a very short time with less hard feelings than an adult relationship would. She is too young for a true relationship. But that's not what this is. I'm just not understanding because it's okay for me to be bisexual. But it's a crime for my daughter. You also said that he's the no boyfriend until you are 30 type of guy. But you're only 33 and have been with this man since you were 23. It's a clear double standard. He obviously has an obsessions with your daughter's purity that doesn't apply to you. One of my kids came out to us a year or so ago. If my husband had reacted like yours, he'd be looking for a new place to live. Just saying. If you were so scared you had to sleep in your car with your 13-year-old daughter, you need to divorce this monster. Period. A parent might not approve, but no one should ever feel afraid in their own home. Are the boys his? You might try reaching out to a domestic violence agency so you can sleep somewhere other than your car. Did your husband blow up because she likes someone or because she likes a girl? Either way, your husband needs to work on his anger management. Leaving your child in tears because they have an innocent teenage crush is not acceptable on any level. I guarantee this will be a scarring moment for her and could seriously impact the way she looks at romantic relationships. I'm sure you don't want her correlating these budding feelings with fear. Is him screaming and calling you her names an isolated incident, or has it happened before? If this is not out of character for him, then I would strongly recommend that you at least take your children, or at least your daughter, somewhere safe for now. If you can't afford a room, do you have any family or friends you could call? And reflect on whether or not exposing her to his abuse is what you want for her life and yours. I see a lot of concerning things in your post, and I worry for your butterfly child that he is going to crush all the joy and light out of her. I worry for your sons as well, that they will grow up repeating his behavior. Am I correct that Brooke is not his biological daughter? Are your sons his? That sucks. He was so far out of line and overreactive. Sorry my language, but what an ass. You say he's fine with you being bi, but that honestly may not be the case. Some people see a bi person in a heterosexual relationship as them becoming straight, and the whole bisexual thing as just a phase. It's gross and not true at all, but if him spouting homophobia and being possessive over your daughter is any indication, he probably thinks that any queer woman can be fixed when they meet the right guy. It absolutely sucks, and there's not much you can do to change his outlook, honestly. Especially because he screams as you and your 13-year-old daughter. The most you can do is contact a lawyer. Figure out your options. And be there for your daughter. Maybe contact relatives if you think they can help. Heck, contact them anyway, because finding out your husband is a possessive misogynist who seems to think he owns and controls you and his children is tough, and you deserve support that a couple of internet strangers just can't give you, no matter how much they want to. Because he's instantly fetishizing and sexualizing her by hearing she's bi. Likely that he did to you. You need to divorce this man. He never respected you as a person. You were a way to fulfill a kink of his. He's the no boyfriend until you are 30 type of guy. I wish men realized how damaging this attitude is. As much as it will suck, it's probably time for a nasty divorce and to take him to the cleaners. The house, any assets, his bank account, any cars, all of that is up for half grabs. Time to teach him how expensive being a bigot is. Try for full custody of the boys. That would probably drive him nuts, and if you can get him to explode in court, it would guarantee you full custody. My aunt did that with her husband. Purposely riled him up and said something in court she knew would trigger him. He went off as planned and looked insane and lost custody of the kids. Your husband doesn't want Brooke to have any romantic relationships at all, even as an adult, and is upset that she might find girls more attractive, at times, than boys, because he is not looking at Brooke as his daughter and a person in her own right, but as a girl whose sexually he owns. He is fine with you and she's sleeping in the car to drive home the fact that he owns you both. And if your daughter won't allow him to control her sexuality and romantic life, you will both be homeless. If you don't bring Brooke back to him, so he can control her sexuality, he will deny you access to your other children. He doesn't care if you are homeless if you are blocking him from the girl he wants. He doesn't even really care if the girl is homeless. If he can't have her, he doesn't have an issue with you being bi because you are sleeping with him. Brooke will not sleep with him, but eventually she may sleep with someone else. And that infuriates him. He isn't reacting like a father. He is reacting like a dumped boyfriend. I have a stepfather and he is one of the good ones. I lucked out. 1 in 6 women who had a stepfather as a child was sexually abused by that man. Wake up. This man may not have put his hands on your daughter, but he is in no way appropriate. Whose kids are these, as you say? My. If he's the step, tell him to get out. What a horrible person. Furthermore, parents really necessary that involve their child's sexual preferences. That's kind of twisted when it comes to this man. I just came here to say that you are a wonderful mother. My mother was like that. No labels, no assumptions. Just listening and giving advice and support. When I was 16 and a condom broke, I called her first. She never had to wonder if I was hiding any secrets from her. She also always said to better bring my sexual partners home than doing it in a park, and she always kept condoms in the bathroom and never asked questions or mentioned when she refilled the drawer. I am bi, but I didn't even know there was a label for it, like she never made a different face when I would talk about boys or girls. It just seemed normal to me. I truly hope you get the custody of your boys so they don't turn out like him. They deserve to have a mom as great as you. Please tell your kid she has nothing to apologize. If anything, Zach has to apologize to her. Men are not in charge of allowing a woman in their own home. I couldn't afford a room, so we slept in the car and have been in the car since. Wow. How do you get yourself in a situation you have nowhere to stay for you and your child? No friends in th area? Or family? That is not good. He's the no boyfriend until you are 30 type of guy. And he understands that he is not her dad. Right? I'm sorry that you are both going through this, but as a queer person I absolutely do not understand how people do not talk about this before having a kid or before starting a relationship with kids. In the middle. I only hope that you understand that your daughter should always come first and her safety is paramount to whatever relationship you have. You are a lucky mom to have such a happy kiddo that she feels comfortable enough to tell you at 13 that she might be queer. Please. For all the LGBT children that we lose due to unsupportive parents. Keep her safe. Keep her away from him. Tell her there is nothing wrong with her and that you love and support her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.